From the Ryerson Theatre in Toronto, Canada, Ryerson University's School of Fashion presents Mass Exodus 2010 in Bloom.
Welcome to Mass Exodus 2010, the 60th showcase of the School of Fashion here at Ryerson University. My name is Robert Ott. I'm the chair of the School of Fashion, and I will also be acting as the MC for tonight's first portion. Now, for the last 7 months, students have labored to put together tonight's presentation, and the fruits of their labors will be on the runway tonight. You may already have seen the exhibit, which is across the street in Oakham House, where communication students have put together a fabulous presentation of their communication work. I'm not much for long words, so I would like you to welcome the student executive team, and they will tell you a little bit about the journey that got us here today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mass Exodus 2010. I'm Yula Yang, the Communications Director for this year's show.
I'm Kirsty Dow, Financial Officer and Executive Assistant.
I'm Aria Darchella, Creative Director.
And I'm Wendy Wong, the producer, and we're the executive team. This year's theme comes from weeks of collaboration amongst our class. It was an agreement that our show theme would be upbeat, light, and together we developed In Bloom. In Bloom symbolizes an organic transformation and celebrates the development of our fourth-year students as designers. We will entertain your senses and bring you through a day in the life of our enchanted garden. During the past 7 months, our class has worked tirelessly. There has been sleepless nights, carpal tunnels from endless hours in front of the computer, and I'm sure our local coffee shops has profited from all our trips. However, it's been a priceless experience that none of us will soon forget. And I'm sure what we take away from this will lead us to success in our future endeavors. We would also like to acknowledge the rest of our team for all their hard work and dedication.
We're proud to say that this is the longest runway in the history of the show. The runway, along with the rest of the set, was created with the help of the Ryerson Theatre School. The two schools have been working together since January to create the lighting concepts, the stage, and the front of house. The set has continuously evolved since its initial inspiration, and it's been a truly remarkable experience to watch it all come to life.
A key factor for us this year was to incorporate the idea of environmental sustainability into our show. It was important to the Mass Exodus family to do our part in creating a greener community, and I'm proud to say that the set this year was made from sustainable wood and recyclable steel, and the programs you're holding in your hands were made from FCSC approved paper.
Of course, this production would not have been a success without the generous support from our sponsors. From the food provided, because we all know models love to eat, to the promotional material, all these contributions made this show possible. We would also like to take a moment to thank the Ryerson School of Fashion faculty and Robert Ott and Joseph Medaglia for their support and guidance through this process.
Mass Exodus has become one of the most anticipated events in Ryerson's social calendar. And here to welcome our guests is Ryerson University President and Vice Chancellor Sheldon Levy.
Well, thank you, Robert, and I want to welcome everyone to what is the 60th year-end show in the School of Fashion. I would like to recognize all of our distinguished alumni, the industry experts who acted as critics and mentors to the designers. There are a few special guests I would like to thank. One is Sarah Castleman, our guest curator, and I wanted to welcome and recognize our Chancellor who is here, Raymond Chang, and all of our colleagues. We also have many of our board members, and I wanted to thank each and every one of them for being here with us today. If I could, I'd like to introduce our chair, Peter Lukashevitz. And of course, at an event like today, I would always have to introduce our board member, Harry Rosen. So thank you, all board members, for being here. We also have many guests from the provincial government, the federal government, and our City of Toronto, and I want to thank all of them for all their support. We have guests from the Fashion Advisory Council, many friends, donors, sponsors who have contributed so much. The event every year continues to amaze me. Perhaps the most reason is that the faculty and students collaborate together from the School of Image Arts, Fashion, Theatre, and the School of Radio, Television Arts. All work together to make Mass Exodus a success. I want to thank you all for being here, and of course, enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Earlier, our executive team mentioned that this is the longest runway ever for Mass Exodus. And we had difficulty getting it in here, and we almost had to call on our friends who are working over at Maple Leaf Gardens to perhaps excavate in the theater here. But now we have this runway, and the school invited for the first time an industry representative to curate the content of this very special presentation tonight. 25 collections that were shown in the last 2 days out of a total of 54 collections have been handpicked for your viewing pleasure. Now, the objective is for a curator to show some of the breadth of the work that the students do in our school. And I would like to introduce you to Sarah Castleman, Fashion Market Editor at Fashion Magazine and the inaugural Curator of Mass Exodus.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am thrilled and honored to be a part of tonight's Mass Exodus 2010. As curator of the show, I was given the challenging task of narrowing down a list of 55 talented young designers to the 25 standouts you will see here tonight. And oh, was it a challenge. From poring over their impressive technical drawings to viewing their final collections the day they were handed in, this experience has been enriching, to say the least. Despite the fact that I did not meet the designers during this process, I found myself thinking of these creative individuals each time I read a bio, assessed the construction of a garment, or even ran my fingers down a ruffle. It was obvious that the hours of hard work, countless coffee runs, I'm assuming, occasional all-nighter, and sometimes even tears were all worth it. There is a common bond that ties this group of students together. It's passion. As a fashion market editor, part of my job is to search out the next big thing, whether it be trends or designers. How exciting to think that tonight we are among the Canadian fashion industry's up-and-comers. Coco Chanel once said, "Fashion is not something that exists in dresses only. Fashion is in the sky, in the street. Fashion has to do with ideas, the way we live, what is happening." Judging from the designer's unique sources of inspiration this year, New York's fashionable party scene, medical illustrations, Art Nouveau, the Chinese zodiac, classical Greek sculpture, tropical flowers, and the beauty and power of women, just to name a few, it's clear that they are aware of the world around them, and their respective collections translate this through fabric and fierce determination. I hope you enjoy the show tonight as much as I enjoyed curating it. Here's to the next big thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. We didn't tell you this beforehand when you accepted this job, but being curator is not easy. And it's also not easy to imagine how many people it takes to stage this event. And over the past 2 days, more than 275 people have been directly involved in producing this show. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff here at the School of Fashion, I thank all who helped, contributed, sponsored, mentored, laughed, and cried to make this show come true. And I think I've said enough. In conclusion, I invite you now to let all your senses guide you through the day, night, and morning as we present Mass Exodus 2010 in Bloom. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Ready of twilight visions, a final mission of superstition. Reactivated, now automated, appropriated, investigated. Holding up the edge of the ocean, out into the galaxy. Hypercreation or reinvention, love and affection, gaining attention. United Nations, interrelations, a declaration of hypertension. Emerging summits, preemptive plumbing. We drop the tonic to shooting cons. The controversial, ultra-commercial, now universal, GLORIA.
Pressure, then be crystallized, and you've got the faith that I could bring paradise.
I'll forgive and forget before I'm paralyzed. Do I have to keep up the pace to keep you satisfied?
Things have gotten closer to the sun, and I've done things in small doses. So don't think that I'm pushing you away when you're the one that I've kept closest.
I
Congratulations, Ryerson.
Standing
shake, 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 shake. Don't wanna sing it now, don't wanna shake it